Well, that was a game that took some years off my life, but goddamn, the Dallas Cowboys pulled it out. What's going on, everybody? It's Space Cowboy here. Welcome back for this post-game recap, review, whatever the hell you want to call it. The Dallas Cowboys are now 1-1. Their first win on the year comes in electric fashion as they defeat the LA Chargers 20-17. A couple things that happened in this game that were the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm starting to see what this team is going to be this year. And there are some things we definitely need to clean up. That is for sure. But I think Dallas might have stumbled into ways they can make this team better. So before we go over that, if you can do me a favor and leave a like on this video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on new content when it drops. I was screaming with that final field goal, so if I take some pauses to, recover my throat and, voice, bear with me. So, to start things off, the Dallas Cowboys started the game off strong, scoring 14 points, and, the run game, holy crap. I think that when they said they're doing this game plan basis for each week, I think they're being serious about that. The Dallas Cowboys came into this game and they wanted to run the football, and they did so well. Okay, I almost cursed for a second. They did so well in this game. I cannot stress enough. I mean, I'm looking at these stats right here. The Cowboys rushed for 198 yards. Give me 1 second. I am trying to do this in one take, so I'm not really the biggest, thing here. So, as we pull up the full team stats, the Dallas Cowboys had 198 yards rushing. 6.4 yards per carry. That is really good, okay? And especially the fact that this was a game where you saw the Tony and Zeke combo come alive, and because of that, the Cowboys used that strength to win this game. And in this particular situation, the Cowboys did well on, third down efficiency. They were 6 of 10. And now here's the thing, and I hate to say this as my side note, but the refs just, oh my God, they were so bad. They were bad on both sides. I couldn't put into words how bad the officiating was. You had plays where it was a pass interference, but then there was one where it was more blatant and they didn't call it. I just don't understand it. Okay? And so that's number one. Now getting back to this. The Dallas defense, this game, the pressure is definitely there. But we really have to get sacks, man. Now, we did get sacks in this game. We got 2, but we should have had more. A lot more. And there was, every play, the Chargers were holding, and it was just, and it's not me making this stuff up. You can go back and watch every single play, and they're holding. It's just wow. So there's that. Now, I need to do some quick shout-outs. Terrence Steele, huge shout-out to you, man. I was hoping you would hold your own. I didn't think you... I thought you would do okay. You really did your job, man, and I'm so glad that he was able to hold his own versus Joey Bosa nonetheless. Sure, there was a couple times, but he did very well. Another game ball goes to Jalen Smith and LVE. You guys stepped it up, and man, did we need that. I mean, even Greg the Leg, shout out to him. He was able to correct his mistakes, kick and get 100% across the board on his extra points and his field goals, and more importantly, the 56-yarder to win the game. And speaking of which, on that final drive, many people were pissed off about the game management. I wasn't complaining at all because I understood what they were trying to do. That is exactly what we needed to learn from the Tampa game, was that we need to be able to milk the clock efficiently and then kick it. Now, I'm not saying settle for the field goal. I really felt given how much time they should have been able to score like they should have been able to try and get down there. I mean, there was a crazy play at the end of the half where it was like they almost scored a touchdown, and that would have been unbelievable, and that would have probably broke the game open. But, you know, you look at how Dak played. Aside from that interception, Dak played very well. He was able to get the ball where it needed to be, and I couldn't just say more other than, listen, he did exactly what we had to do on that final drive. Make sure that we're getting in position to win, and they did exactly that. Kellen Moore, going back to the game plan / calling, really good game. I understand that there were moments where he got a bit cute and stuff like that. I hated that. But he was able to get this offense still moving, and we put up a bunch of yards. Now, we didn't score a whole lot outside of that first quarter, but what this shows me is that the Cowboys have what it takes to win these types of games. And this is the first, I mean, sure, the penalties pretty much negated most of the Chargers' points, but when you really think about it, the Cowboys could have put up so much more if it wasn't for nonsensical penalties and just a couple things here and there. So we're getting closer to where we want to be, and Micah Parsons as an edge rusher, wow, like he was doing work on that right side of the offensive line. Against Rashawn Slater, it was mixed, but I mean, look, man, we even got what? We got 2 interceptions, a critical one that prevented more points from being put on the board, and that led to us, I think, getting a field goal out of that, if I remember. And, you know, Trevon Diggs coming up clutch with that interception. The Cowboys defense is off to a much better start. And I'm just so glad that, you know, like on Twitter, I was very pessimistic because I thought the luck of the draw was going to be against the Cowboys. And it looked like it. But I'm convinced that going home at 1-1, this team has the ability to start stacking wins. If you can go home and you can go 2-1 in that home stretch before going into New England, you're going to be pretty well positioned, especially if those 2 games you win are against the Eagles and the Giants. Because Dallas, assuming Washington loses to Buffalo next week, which they might, Dallas should be primed to take first place, assuming that they can handle Philadelphia. And I'm going to be doing my live recap of the NFC East sometime tomorrow evening, so just be aware for that. But overall, the Cowboys did what they had to do. As ugly as this game was, you need to, as a good team, win these types of games. And I understand that people will be crying about the refs on both sides. I already talked about that earlier. But the fact that Dallas managed to pull this one out was huge. Plain and simple. So, hats off to the Cowboys. Let's keep cleaning up these mistakes, and I can guarantee that this team is definitely going to do well. So, let's go ahead and, see what happens, next week. I'll be in Dallas for that Eagles game. Okay? So, post-game might look a bit different. I don't know how I'm going to handle stuff while I'm down there. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.